Be ready. 5 seconds.
Chairperson, sir, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak on this bill out of turn on my request. Sir, I strongly oppose this bill. So, I fully support my learned brother who has just now spoken about it. This bill is being introduced and also being taken for discussion in a very light manner. I have gone through the debates of the Rajya Sabha also. It is missing. I would like to know from the minister what is the intent of the bill. In the name of ease of doing business and in the name of ease of living, you are taking away the entire federal principles of the country, the Constitution. Also, ecological protection laws are being violated. That is the reason why I strongly oppose this bill. This is a very simple way in which it is being introduced, but its impact will be very high. If you go through the history to know why this law was enacted, it is very clear that on the basis of the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment held in the year 1972, three acts were enacted: Water Act, Air Act, Environment Act. Those were the landmark legislations the Parliament had passed subsequent to the independence and subsequent to this conference. They have passed resolutions. I would like to know from the minister when these resolutions were passed. Normally, this comes in the statement of objects and reasons. Politically, I would like to know about it. It is not there in the file. It is not there in the record. It is not there in the statement of objects and reasons. I am opposing this bill on two counts. The first one is that the principle of federalism are violated, and second one is that the laws are being violated. Now, the whole world is sensitive to ecological protection. Strong demand is coming from the public to have stringent laws so as to protect the nature as well as to meet the requirements in future. All the ministers were very vocal in supporting the protection of environment and ecology. After that also we had a discussion, but we have never expected such a law from the minister. Global warming and climate change are the hot topics for discussion in forums. In the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Conference, all the nations, including India, took pledge to mitigate carbon emission. We have decided to reach zero carbon emission stage, and we are planning our programs to achieve that target. Even the Prime Minister has made a very specific statement where we are committed to have zero carbon emission and the programs are being planned. Carbon emission can be abated by mitigating the pollution, both water pollution and air pollution. Both water pollution and air pollution are having their own impacts on the carbon emission. There is no doubt about it. But it is surprising to note that the government is coming up with a legislation to dilute the law.